Hello, welcome to the McGuffey's online tutor. Today's lesson comes from the McGuffey's second Eclectic reader, the revised edition. Lesson 18, the Kingbird, Part 1. The kingbird is not bigger than a robin. He eats flies, and worms, and bugs, and berries. He builds his nest in a tree near some house. When there are young ones in the nest, he sits on the top of a tree near them. He watches to see that no bird comes to hurt them or their mother. If a hawk, a crow, or even an eagle comes near, he makes a dash at it. Though he is so small, he is brave, and he is also very active. He never fails to drive off other birds from his nest. He flies around and around the eagle, and suddenly strikes him with his sharp bill. He strikes at his eye, and then darts away before the eagle can catch him. Or he strikes from behind, and is off again before the eagle can turn round. In a short time, the great eagle is tired of such hard blows, and flies away. He is very glad to get rid of his foe. Is not the little fellow a brave bird? Because he can drive off all other birds, he is called the kingbird. The kingbird is indeed brave to protect its own from the thuggy likes of the great eagle, or crow, or hawk. This reminds me of another foe, the youngest and smallest of brothers, who became a brave king and fought against lions to save his lambs and sheep. He fought against thugs, cutthroats, ruffians, and hoodlums. His name was King David, and the thugs, men of power around David, included the Hittites, Ammonites, Zobites, and Philistines. They were gangs of cutthroats, not races of people. One ruffian Philistine, named Goliath, renowned for his size, strength, and battle victories, was defeated by the boy David. David was an Israelite, in covenant with our Creator, God. The Philistines were a fertility cult. They worshipped Dagon, a creature who was half man and half fish, and the father of Baal, another fertility god of the Canaanites. When the Israelites and Philistines were at war, Goliath, who was a Philistine warrior giant, used to come out in front of the Israelites every day and dare anyone to fight with him. He was so big and strong that all the Israelites were afraid to try. One day, David came to the camp on an errand, and when he saw Goliath, he made up his mind to fight him. So he chose 5 smooth stones out of a brook and put them in his shepherd's bag. Then with sling in hand, he went toward Goliath. Goliath laughed at him, but David did not mind that. He threw a stone with his sling. It hit Goliath on the forehead, and he fell to the ground. Then David cut off his head. The greatest and the bravest king ever, who protected his own from thugs, cutthroats, ruffians, and hoodlums, and every kind of evil, was also humble and came to serve and give his life as a ransom for many. He came down from heaven, not to do his own will, but the will of him who sent him. He was oppressed and he was afflicted, despised and forsaken of men. Yet he laid down his life for his own. Like a lamb that is sent to the slaughter, he humbled himself by becoming obedient to the point of death, even the torturous death on a cross, to save his own. He swallowed death up in victory, rose from the dead, is King of kings, sitting at the right hand of God, and must reign until all enemies are under his feet. This is our Lord Jesus Christ, the King of kings and the Prince of peace. In him we are more than conquerors. To be like him, to be like the small kingbird, we need to be brave and protect our own and establish Christ's kingdom, his law word, in our own lives on earth as it is in heaven. Well, this is the end of our lesson, and I hope you visit us again at the McGuffey's online tutor.com. Peace be with you. See you soon.